I said print out and distribute to your team, called Understanding the Data, all right? Hybrid view is the default view whenever you land on this page. And what hybrid view is, guys, it's our system's unique ability to simultaneously monitor what's going on in the sales and F&I application in your DMS, as well as the accounting application in your DMS. Every time the system goes out and does one of those 3-hour updates, it's looking for newly closed deals out of F&I. So your spot delivered or closed statuses, it sees that. It's going to add that unit into your count, and it's going to add F&I gross into your gross for your current month. As we slide down, I'm going to slide down the page just briefly here. You're going to see 2 columns, units, and that it's abbreviated because it's kind of scrunched there for my screen. But that column right there that I'm hovering over, that says not finalized units, and over here, not finalized gross. It's using F&I in those numbers. Now, on subsequent updates, it's going to watch the accounting application for that deal. And if it sees that that deal is now finalized, it kicks F&I gross to the curb and uses the accounting office's gross on that deal. Yes?
Does it reverse back to the finance side of it? So in the F&I tool, you have a deal closed out and finalized, but in the accounting side, obviously, like you were saying, it could be different. Will it reverse post back to Ignite? Because a lot of problems a lot of sales managers have is when they're looking at F&I, they'll see a deal that says $3,200. But when it's actually posted in accounting, it could be less or it could be more,
Right.
and they don't see that. A lot of general leaders don't see that either. Does this push it back?
All
So
this
it'll
does
only
is
just be
extract
dashboard?
data.
Okay.
All right? Now, I'm going to show you ways that, like when that happens, where it should jump out at you. Okay? So hybrid view is the default view, guys, because I call this the view that automatically corrects itself as the deal travels through the dealership, all right, through your accounting process. Hybrid view is the default view because if you think about it, it should be the most up-to-date unit count and gross that anybody can figure out based on what's currently contained in your DMS. You have the ability to switch to a purely GL view. I'm going to lose those 2 columns I just pointed out to you. The not yet finalized units and the not yet finalized gross goes away. But everything's been through the accounting office, so hopefully it's the gospel as far as what you've made on the gross on those deals. And then you do have the ability to go to a purely F&I view, which disregards all the accounting adjustments and tells you what F&I thinks we made for the month. The idea here is that if you have a vast difference, positive or negative, between your hybrid view and your F&I view, it warrants looking into to figure out why those discrepancies exist. Did I leave a cost out of a sold unit in F&I? Did I leave a warranty cost out? Did I leave an ACV out? Positive or negative, either way. We want hybrid view and F&I view to be as close as possible to the same number throughout the month.
Can I ask a question? I want to make sure I understand. So the GL view is going to be if we have packs under the line, things like that, or it actually show me a net PBR as opposed to what finance believes the PBR is?
Well, that's going to depend on how your deals are being closed and they're finalized.
They'd have to pull from the statements and do it. That's why I was curious.
Well, so whatever the gross shows on that deal, as long as they're not taking pack and saying this sits over here and this gets added after the fact, like in a separate accounting entry, but if they're putting the pack to the deal, then it would show your gross, whatever.
Okay, so you answered my question. It's not going to show.
Okay.
Yeah, but Justin, I think it would show, like, when Tom set up the new doc vision report, Kim Willard went through and literally posts every deal, wholesale, F&I packs, everything on that new doc vision report. So I think most of the stores are doing it, at least they put on the new doc vision report, which obviously this is
So
a
maybe,
big time reverse of this.
so maybe that GL view actually.
That GL should have your F&I packs.
That's
Yeah,
our
with
real
the-
deal, right?
That should be your.
The accounting people that were on the session yesterday, that's what they led me to believe, but I haven't gone in to scrutinize. So
Yeah,
that's why
any
I'm treading
store that's
carefully
on-
on that answer.
No, that makes sense. I just wanted to, yeah, because I mean, we just, honestly, let's just pull the bill up. We got $700 to $800 per VSC that's under the line that they add back in, and our net number off of our statement shows that. So if that's the case, I just wanted to make sure we're apples to apples.
It'll jump out to you pretty quickly if you're looking at one, the DMS, and you're looking at like.
And then the F and I view, just for my edification, the F and I view is what we're currently pulling now. So if they see 1,800 profit, even though it's really 26, they're gonna see 1,800 profit.
Right, whatever F and I thinks that you made is what that F and I view does.
Perfect.
Skip, can you show us three things? Can you go to the hybrid view and then slide down into the PVRs on the bottom? On your,
Show variance.
yep, right here, hold on, the very top one, for everybody on Teams where it says per vehicle, month to date, it says 3,000, right? And then if you go to the GL view, that switches to like 3750. If you scroll down, or 2127, and then if you go to the finance view, it shows 3750. I don't understand what
Well, what's
those,
the hybrid view? then?
what those differences are.
Well, does hybrid pull the GL and the F and I and shows you a variance between what's posted after it's not posted?
Hybrid's using, for the non-closed deals, it's using F and I groups.
Yes, so it's using everything that's sitting in F and I, that an F and I manager or a sales manager will look at in their daily reports.
Just in the not yet finalized
Yes.
deals.
So hybrid is not finalized,
Hybrid is a combination
combination.
of the deals that are not yet finalized, it's acknowledging that deal,
The closed
the
one.
unit, and it's acknowledging the F and I department's gross. But once it's finalized, it kicks the F and I gross out of the equation and uses what accounting said is the gross.
So does it calculate both closed and delivered status?
Yes, spot delivered and closed, yes.
Okay,
So if I spot it, it's gonna be on the hybrid view.
Right.
And then
Okay.
once it
And it would be in the F and
finalizes,
I view.
yeah, and once it finalizes, it'll show the correct gross on the state.
Right.
well, what's the difference, sorry, on this then between GL and finance? We got a $1,700 difference.
I would have to go into your DMSs and see how you're posting the deals. I don't
Well-
know the answer to that.
Can we go to F and I PVR and just look at the difference real quick? I'm sorry.
I think Geo has upper packs and stuff.
We're typical F and I people.
It can't be.
So-
This is
And not until the
F&I
statement
view that
hits.
we're in.
So F and I
The
shows,
GL wouldn't, the GL report.
Guys, in the
showing
interest of
stuff
time, I'm
closed.
sorry to cut this off, but, I mean, you'll have to get with your corporate accounting folks to figure out where the, how they're posting the deals. We are just extracting the data, we're not manipulating the data. So, what I can say, hybrid view, until the deal's in a stored, like a closed or delivered, spot delivered status, we're using F&I gross. Then, once the accounting office does whatever they do, hybrid view acknowledges that gross and gets rid of F&I gross.
Mhm.
And then the GL view is only the deals that have been closed, I'm sorry, not closed, finalized.
Right,
So you're gonna lose a bunch of units.
yep.
And then your, F&I view is the same as the hybrid view, but gets rid of the accounting office adjustments that have been made.
What about the deals that have been finalized on the F and I view? I still only see F and I view dollars. correct?
Right.
Does that make sense, Chris?
yep,
So basically, it's like you're looking in the F and I score from the desk managers.
Yeah.
And then when you're looking at the GL, you're on the accounting side.
Right.
That's it. And the hybrid just lets you feel
Combination
better
of the
about
two.
yourself because your life looks better that day.
Well,
Because all
it-
this is there till posted.
Yeah, it helps you track roughly.
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
the morning report.
Yeah, yeah.
Or the liar's report.
Alright, so there's a couple of different tabs as I move down the page. I've got a summary tab, and then these two dashboards up here to the right side are my 10 oldest unbooked receivables and my 10 oldest CITs. What we are calling an unbooked receivable is a deal that's not yet finalized. Alright?
Okay.
And if we're calling a CIT, that's a finalized deal that doesn't appear to be funded, or if it has been funded, we haven't made the accounting entry yet, or it just happened in the last 3 hours and the system needs to catch up. Question?
Does the variable review also show other retail / wholesale?
There's a different tab for that.
Okay.
If I move to the new car tab or to the pre-owned tab, those two dashboards change. It becomes my 10 oldest units new, and then my 10 highest grossing deals from F&I, not from accounting, for the month. So this is one of those areas, while it could be used for bragging rights, that's not the intention there, but the intention is to call out deals that may need to be adjusted in F&I. So if you see, hopefully we made the 34,
That first one.
hopefully we made that on the deal, but if we didn't, we need to get that fixed. Because every time, pardon me?
Excuse me, question. Where it says, on the new tab where it has age, that is the vehicle's age or the contract or the deal's age?
When I'm on this tab here, this is the inventory, so it's the days in inventory. When I'm on this tab right here, these are the days since the contract date.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The, pre-owned tab does the same thing and calls out if we possibly have overstated grosses or not, all right? Now, as I move further down the page, I've got a series of dashboards related to front gross, finance gross, total gross, departmental total gross, and I've got a bunch of color coding going on. Now, one of the reasons I picked Sun Toyota, they've actually been using this tool for a while. They actually had a forecast already built for, so that I would have something in here for training purposes. But you'll notice that each one of those little dashboards has a month-to-date number. What am I on pace for? And then how does that pace compare to my forecast, my last month, and my last year's numbers? All right, and then you see color-coded boxes, green, yellow, and red boxes. If a number is green, obviously you're good. You're gonna hit or you're going to exceed your forecast, and it's telling you by how much. If your number's yellow, you're off, but you're off less than 10%. And if your number's red, you're off more than 10%. Now, earlier I shared with you that the website's updating every 3 hours. And I just shared with you that we're color coding how you're doing against your forecast, your month to date, and your your forecast, last month and year to date, tongue-tied, last year's numbers. So think about it, guys. These colors are subject to change every 3 hours. Doesn't matter if it's day 5, 10, 20 of the month. It's constantly trying to color code for you the areas where you're succeeding and areas where you need to pick up the pace. Remember the story that GM was constantly wondering how that day's business was positively or negatively impacting their month, and that's why he was needing all the reports? Color coding it for you. All right? As I slide further down the page, I've got a recap of my units, and I've got a recap